الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Lesson number 6 discusses dalalat lafziyya and dalalat ghair lafziyya, their types. Right? Dalalat lafziyya was a denotation which was verbal. Dalalat ghair lafziyya was a denotation which is non-verbal. And these two are classified into three types each further. Number 1, wad'iyya. Number 2, tab'iyya. And number 3, aqliyya. Now, so we see wad'iyya is based on meaning. Tab'iyya is based on one's condition. And aqliyya is based on intellect. So we have 6 types altogether. We have number 1, dalalat lafziyya wad'iyya, a denotation which is verbal and based on meaning. Then we have number 2, dalalat lafziyya tab'iyya, a denotation which is verbal and based on one's condition. Number 3 is dalalat lafziyya aqliyya, a denotation which is verbal and which is based on the intellect. And then we have the same 3 types for non-verbal denotations. Number 4 would be dalalat ghair lafziyya wad'iyya, a denotation which is non-verbal and it's based on meaning. And then we have number 5, dalalat ghair lafziyya tab'iyya, that denotation which is non-verbal and based on condition. Number 6 would be dalalat ghair lafziyya aqliyya, a denotation which is non-verbal and based on the intellect. So let's go through all these 6 types. Number 1, dalalat lafziyya wad'iyya, that denotation which is verbal and based upon a meaning. It has a meaning. An example is, this means where the dal, the one which denotes, the denoter, right? The dal denotes upon its madlul, and the wadi, due to the wadi, making the dal for this reason. Right? This indicator has been made for this purpose, to indicate upon that which is indicated. Right? Because the wadi has made this, it is wada. The wada of this, the making of this, is for that specific meaning. For example, the word Zaid, which denotes upon the Zat of Zaid, the person of Zaid. Now the word Zaid, it is used for that reason. For what reason? To denote upon Zaid. Right? It is a word, therefore it is a dalalat which is lafziyya. And it is also wad'iyya because it has that meaning. It means that specific person of Zaid. So here the dal was the word Zaid and the madlul was the person of Zaid. Number 2, dalalat lafziyya tab'iyya. This is where the dal denotes upon the madlul due to tab'iyyat, due to condition. And an example of this is where a person is saying, in the English language, an understandable example, for example, when a person says ouch, or oh, or ow, ah, in pain. When a person says this in pain, then because it is a word, it is a dalalat lafziyya. And because it is due to his condition, it is, his or her condition, it is tab'iyya, based on condition. And what does it denote upon? Pain, illness, having a bad state, condition, poor health. So here the dal would be the word which is uttered, like in pain, like oh, ow, ah. That would be the dal. And the madlul would be the feeling of pain or illness. And this is the second type, that denotation which is verbal and based on one's condition. Number 3, dalalat lafziyya aqliyya, that denotation which is verbal based on the intellect, where the dal denotes upon madlul merely by virtue of intellect. An example of this, and in this one it has nothing to do with wada and nothing to do with taba'iyyat, nothing to do with the first two kinds. An example of this would be a person standing behind a wall, and the person who is on the other side of the wall says the words these, right? So this person on this side hears the words these. In the Arabic language or in Urdu, it is a meaningless word. This is a meaningless word. Let's just think of any meaningless word in any language. So someone on the other side of the wall utters some meaningless words, however it is still speech. So what will happen? This is dalalat, it is lafziyya, because it is verbal, and then it is also aqliyya, because then the intellect denotes, the intellect tells us that there is someone on the other side of the wall, there is a person there, okay, because we hear what? Human speech. This is dalalat lafziyya, which is aqliyya, that denotation which is verbal and based on the intellect. Now a note is mentioned here. Why do we use meaningless words in this example? Muhmal words are not mawdu, meaningful words. Because if meaningful words were uttered, then it would be the first category. What was the first category? The first category was dalalat lafziyya wada'iyya, and because that would be a word which denotes upon a certain meaning. So therefore, in order to negate that and make it an example for dalalat aqliyya, therefore it is a meaningless word which is uttered from behind the wall. Another thing to observe here is, in this example, why is an example given of words or sounds coming from behind a wall? Is so that it is a dalalat. But if it was in front of one's person, in front of one, then it would become mushahada. It would become mushahada and not dalalat. Okay, it would be a witnessing and not a denotation. Therefore, in the example, it was given of someone behind the wall. Number 4, now moving on to the non-verbal denotations. Dalalat ghayr lafziyya wada'iyya, a denotation which is non-verbal and which is wada'iyya, which is based on meaning. This is where the dal denotes upon the madlul, and due to the wada' of the wadi', because this dal indicates upon a specific madlul, because it has been designed for this reason. It has been made for this reason, to denote upon that certain madlul. And you understand by the example. The example is a red light which signals to stop, or a green light which signals to go, like in traffic lights. So here we understand that this is dalalat, this is an indication, it's a signal, right? It's a denotation. It is ghayr lafziyya, it's not a word, and it is wada'iyya, it is meaningful in this sense. Why? Because red means stop, green means go. So it has been designed specifically that those signals have been made to convey those specific meanings. Therefore it is dalalat ghayr lafziyya, which is wada'iyya. Number 5, dalalat ghayr lafziyya tab'iyya, that denotation which is non-verbal and which is based on condition. Here the dal indicates upon its madlul due to condition. And an example it gives here is when a person sees tears, they are the dal. And what do they denote upon? An emotion of grief and sadness. That is the madlul in this example. Okay? So the dal is the tears, the madlul is the grief or sorrow. Number 6, dalalat غير لفظية أقلية. That denotation which is non-verbal and is based upon the intellect. And in this, the dal denotes upon its madlul merely by virtue of the intellect. Right? And this has no wada' and no tabi'iyyat in it. Just like we learned in the third type, when it became aqaliyya based on the intellect, it had nothing to do with wada', it had nothing to do with tabi'iyyah. Okay? And what example do they give here? Here is mentioned the sunshine, light or sunshine. It denotes upon the sun. So here you see it is non-verbal, right? It is aqaliyya. It is based upon the intellect. Because when you see the rays of sun, they denote upon the existence of the sun. So the dal here is the sunshine. The madlul, that which is denoted upon, is the sun. So this is the final example of the 6. If you just go over them and keep repeating and revise them, inshallah ta'ala, it will become easier.